Time for our snap judgments from the early Sunday games in Week 5. I'm joined by senior editor Eric Edholm. And Eric, let's start in the battle for Pennsylvania between the Steelers and Eagles. A big drive at the end by Pittsburgh gets them the game-winning field goal, and the Eagles, the fumble by Michael Vick, too much for them.
Yeah, obviously his turnovers continue after one game in which it looked like he'd kind of curbed those things against the Giants. So, back to the same old Vick, and you have to ask yourself, can the Eagles win these games? A couple of one-point victories early in the season, they got away with it. Here in a 2-point loss on the road, weren't able to do so. And a couple other little questions like Nnamdi Asomugha on defense continue to make plays, or not make plays, I should say. And then you have the pass rush that kind of hasn't developed the way the Eagles thought it would.
Yeah, in that game for Pittsburgh, good news, Rashard Mendenhall's back. He gets a touchdown for them, so another weapon for them on offense. Staying in the AFC now, Dolphins beat the Bengals 17-13. Miami has let a couple games slip away. They hang on to this one, pick off Andy Dalton a couple times. I don't know about you, Eric, but I think this Miami team's going to be a fun team to watch this season.
I really like them. I like the way they prepare. I like the way they hit. And, coming from where they look to be in August, everybody saw them on Hard Knocks. It looked to be one problem after another. A young roster with a young quarterback, questions all over the place. They've developed so nicely. And it's Brian Hartline last week, and it's other people stepping up this week. That run defense is tough. They make plays all over the place. Just a hard physical team, like you said, easily could have had 2 more victories.
Yeah, Ryan Tannehill does not throw a pick in this game. They have 2 wins. He hasn't thrown a pick in either of those wins, so obviously that's important for their offense. The last game we'll talk about here, Falcons beat the Redskins 24-17. Atlanta stays undefeated, but the big story from this game, RG3 leaves. A concussion, big hit from by Sean Witherspoon. Kirk Cousins throws a big touchdown pass, makes Mike Shanahan look like a genius for drafting 2 quarterbacks this year, but definitely a concern going forward if RG3's got to miss a game.
It was interesting to watch their strategy early in the game. They were throwing the ball a lot, and Griffin did not take off on a lot of runs. There certainly weren't many design runs. A couple in the second half, including one that he got hit on by Sean Witherspoon, just a blistering hit. And it's a situation when you're that close to the sideline, Griffin's got to know he's either got to throw the ball away, or in that case, when he's past the line of scrimmage, get out of bounds, avoid those hits, learn to slide, do all the things that pro quarterbacks have to do. They want to survive in this league. So, Griffin, I don't want to say that, it's his fault for sustaining that injury, but he's this guy who continues to take hits, and I think he wants to show how tough he is. But in this case, intelligence would be the play here, and I don't think he can take too many more of these things. The concussion is a concern.
And on the other side, Atlanta stays undefeated, a big win in a close game for them. The biggest game of the day in the early games, we'll talk about in our next video, Shorts and Shells, the Colts, an emotional upset victory over the Packers. Be sure to check that video out on our YouTube page, youtube.com/ProFootballWeekly.